Hello. That's a little bit. There. Hello. I am back. We are Grace. Let's see what we can do here. Turn that down a smidge there. Oh, damn it, that's back the way I came. Seems a little loud. Oh well.
That must be Gabriel's car. I wonder where the keys are.
Okay, so I need to go and find keys. Ooh. I can wander around the grounds, it seems. Oh no, this is just into the town. That's interesting. I guess that's back the way I came.
St. Georg Church.
Okay. Oh, I came to the church. Hey, church dude.
Hello.
Guten Tag. Oh. Nada. Is that
It's
all I
no
need?
use. He doesn't speak English, and I can't communicate well enough in German.
It's very disappointing. Is that... Have you stopped? No, is it? That's not okay. What are you doing, woman? Aha.
I don't want to disturb him.
Oh. I recognize this person.
Guten Tag. Sind Sie Werner Huber?
Yes. Huh. You are an American, huh?
Guess I haven't quite got the accent down, huh? I'm a friend of Gabriel Knight. I'm staying at the castle.
Good.
Oh, bloody hell. Thank you.
You're the proprietor of this Gasthof?
Yes.
It's very nice. Do you mainly serve food and drinks here?
Oh, we have guest rooms upstairs, too. Yeah.
Oh? Does Rittersburg get a lot of tourists?
Some, not so many know about this place. It is perhaps better that way. Germans on holiday come here. Foreigners find their way here one way or another.
1 second. Okay, that's fine. And that's fine. Okay.
You speak English very well.
Yes.
How did you learn it?
Wolfgang taught some of us. He thought we should know.
Really? Why?
It is a very good question, is it not?
I never got to meet Gabriel's great uncle. What was he like?
Oh, he was a true Schattenjäger, like in the old days. He knew things.
What kinds of things?
Things.
I like this old guy.
Yeah,
As far as I
how
can
to
see,
say
he's the
it.
only good good
The
actual
sight.
actor in this
He
game.
was a very good man to go to when you needed advice.
Everyone else is a little bit hammy. That being said, it can't have been easy acting on a green screen with little else going on.
It must have been hard for the town when Wolfgang died.
Yeah, it was bad, yes. But not a surprise. Gerda knew. It was harder on her than the rest of us.
Really? Were she and Wolfgang close? You said Wolfgang was a true Schattenjäger. I suppose Gabriel... I mean, he's probably not what you expected.
Oh, we shall see with that one. Yeah, one cannot know the quality of the iron until it has been in the fire. Huh? We shall see.
And again with the awkward pauses, it drives me nuts in this game.
Tell me about
Every time there's
Rittersberg.
It is a
break
small
in the
town,
conversation, there's this long
private.
awkward pause.
We keep our business to ourselves.
You mean about the Schattenjägers?
Oh, the Schattenjägers, sure. The Schattenjägers are of this place, and this place is of them. We believe in the old ways here. It has not changed much over the centuries. We still remember what the rest of the world has forgotten.
And that is?
That life is a battle between the light and the dark. Do you know this?
Awkward pause.
I think I mentioned that I was a friend of Gabriel Knight.
Yes.
Well, I came to help him on a case. A Schattenjäger case.
That is good.
Well, we got our wires crossed and he'd already left by the time I got here. But Gerda mentioned that he was on a case for you.
No, not for me. For my cousin, Sepp.
Lots of cousins around here. Is Sepp in town?
No, he and his wife went north for a few weeks. He does not live in Rittersberg anyway.
Oh. Well, perhaps you can help me then.
How do you mean?
Awkward pause. Every time.
Gerda's not sure where Gabriel is exactly, but you know where I can find him, don't you?
It is not my business to tell people where to find the Schattenjäger. It is maybe not so safe, you see.
Yes, I do see, and I appreciate your caution, really. But we worked together on his last case, and believe me, you'd be doing him a favor.
If he wants you to help him, he will have to contact you at the castle and tell you where he is himself.
Great. Do you know how long Gabriel will be gone?
If he is a good Schattenjäger, he will not come back until he has done what must be done. If he is not, who can say? Maybe he will not come back at all.
What must be done?
And the awkward pause. They really could have just...
Can you tell me what Gabriel's case is about?
What?
Not specifically, of course, but in general. On our last case, we had to deal with a voodoo cult. I was just thinking if I just knew what he was up against, maybe I could do some research.
Well,
He left so quickly, I guess. He didn't have time to investigate here at all. And the Schattenjäger archives might have something pertinent in them, if I knew what to look for, that is.
yes, that is true. There is much to be learnt from the Schattenjäger past.
Exactly. Gabriel is new at this, you know? And Wolfgang's not around to give him advice.
Very excitable.
All right, young lady. I will tell you what it is you need to look for.
Yes?
Werewolf.
Werewolf?
Werewolf.
Awkward pause.
Gabriel's new case involves werewolves?
You don't believe in such things.
I don't know. It's a little outside.
If you truly want to be an aid to a Schattenjäger, you will have to believe in such things. Things that are outside. If you cannot,
All right, a werewolf. What do you know about them? Werewolves, that is.
Some things. This is not the first time that Rittersberg has seen the work of a werewolf, or even a werewolf itself.
Really?
Oh, not in my lifetime, you understand. But I was told of it when I was a boy. One was brought to town. It had killed many people. The Schattenjäger caught him. He was tried here.
When was this?
1700s, I think, somewhere around in there.
Thanks.
Bitte.
Cheers, dude.
I don't want to disturb him.
What's that?
I wonder who he is.
Don't know, but it's not a good look.
Pretty damn cute. I wonder who he is. I have no idea what that says. Looks old, though.
Let's see if we can.
I don't
ask
have
him.
anything to
Nope.
say to Herr Huber at the moment.
Okay. So we found out that this is about werewolves. Let's see what else we have going on in here. Hello? That's it. Knock on the imaginary door.
Hallo, meine Dame. Kann ich Ihnen behilflich sein?
Hallo, wie geht es Ihnen?
Gut, danke. Und Ihnen?
Gut. Ich bin hier auf Urlaub und
Let's try English, shall we?
yes. I've been studying German at home and I thought I knew a lot, but it's so different now that I'm actually here.
Books alone are poor language teachers. You'll pick it up. Is there something I can help you with?
Is there something I can help you with? Long pause. Oh.
My name is Grace Nakamura.
FNV
I'm
was a
staying at Schloss
mistake.
Ritter, and you are...
You may call me Herr Habermas. Welcome to Rittersberg, Miss Nakamura.
It's nice to meet you, Herr Habermas. What can you tell me about Rittersberg?
It is a very old town. The walls around it were built in 1438, but the city is a few centuries older than that.
Have there always been Ritters in Rittersberg?
Yes, Martin Ritter built the castle in 1223, and the town grew up around it. I'm proud to say we still have Ritter blood here to this day.
What is this building?
This is the Rathaus.
The town hall? Oh, thank you. Do you keep old town records here? Criminal trial records?
Yes,
Sudden
we have
change of
files
tone there.
going back to the 12th century.
Great. Werner Huber told me about a local trial that supposedly involved a werewolf. I'd like to learn more about it.
What was the date?
Sometime in the 1700s?
I'm afraid I would need a more specific time frame. We have many, many files.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so we need a more
Thanks for your time.
specific time
Certainly. Good day.
on the werewolf. I doubt Herr Huber would be able to give me more info. Is this the same? This is just big old locked
It's
door.
locked.
Okay, so I need better date for the werewolfy thing. Post office?
So this is where I've been sending Gabriel's fan mail. There's no one there.
Ding dong.
Grüß Gott. Grüß Gott.
Womit kann ich Ihnen dienen?
My German isn't good enough for chit-chat.
Oh, so it's just if I need to send a letter.
Gracie, something's come up. I'm on a new case. Too bad you're not here to help, but Gerda can handle any research I need. I'll call her right as soon as I can. In the meantime, go ahead and fix up the shop a little if you want. You know, flowers and stuff, but don't go overboard. I kinda like the old place as is. I know I have a lot to decide, but that and the new book are going to have to wait. I have a feeling this is important. Tell Gran I send my love. Gabe.
Okay. Wallet. Get that.
My wallet. Bert Barkley knows more about history than I ever will, especially at this rate.
Interesting. Okay, so we know about a historian that we
Danke.
can possibly talk to, maybe about getting a date to a werewolf trial? Question mark. Try asking Huber for more information, but I doubt he'll have any.
I don't have anything to say to Herr Huber at the moment.
I'm guessing there'll be a library in the castle, which may have. Let's see what's this one. Okay. Church, but there's nothing there but an old man I can't speak to. So let's see if we can get any more information out of Gerda. Possibly keys. Start with apologizing, because you were a real bitch
Gerda?
last time.
Yes?
Oh, she's not even going to apologize.
Do you have the keys to the car outside?
That is Gabriel's car. He doesn't even let me drive it.
I had a feeling you'd say that. Well, thanks.
All right.
Any other exit points anywhere? No. Looks like just upstairs.
I can just imagine the cozy nights spent by the fire in this room.
Yeah. Pictures.
Ritter ancestors, I assume. King of
lion.
Beasts. That about sums it up.
Let's see if there's anything else in the room. For a big old castle, it's got very few
Nice
rooms.
view of the Alps. He doesn't need my help. He doesn't need my help.
Okay. This is the clicking on everything,
Nice closet.
rubbing everything with everything else to try and get something to happen. No.
Like the lion on the Ritter talisman. Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Ritter ancestors, I assume.
Yep.
Pretty comfortable, even if he slept in it.
Okay, so we need to get through this door.
He doesn't need my help. He doesn't need my help.
Okay, nothing there.
Gerda?
Yes?
Locked door.
Gerda, there's a locked door in Gabriel's bedroom. Do you know where it goes?
It goes to the Schattenjäger library.
That's where all the Schattenjäger records are kept?
That makes sense, yes. It's a library.
Why is the door locked?
Gabriel doesn't want the workmen in there.
Oh. Can I get the key?
No, the library is for Schattenjägers only.
Well, thanks.
All right.
Okay. Is there a telephone anywhere in here?
I don't have anything to say to her right now.
I don't think there was a telephone in the bar. Isn't a telephone in the bedroom? Because I've got this card that I've got. Oh, dude's gone away. Poke the thing. Okay. Poke the thing.
A hole in the mortar where stone used to be.
So, poke the thing. Click. Dun dun dun. The thick plottins. Yes, rub the imaginary wall.
Someone's been using this passageway.
Okay. Okay, so we've got 3 directions to go in. Let's try this one. Okay.
Let me guess. Gerda's bedroom. What a surprise.
Gotta love that voiceover. ADR. Should we really be poking around in here?
That must be Wolfgang. Something to remember him by, I guess.
Not weird at all. Just unlikely going to... Oh, no,
That must be
I saw
Wolfgang.
that. Okay, yes, thank you.
I can't go out that way. I don't want Gerda to know I'm in here.
Okay. Key. Yoink. And now we're stealing stuff. Can't go out that way. So if I open the cupboard again, is it now going to be open or is it going to stay closed? Staying closed. And there isn't a fireplace. Oh no, it's not closed. It just looked closed. Weird. A large, ominous door that opens surprisingly easily. I like this large, ornate door leading to a secret passage. It's like, so not that secret then.
How convenient. When the lord of the manor is slipping through the passageway to his amorous adventures, he can pick up a few flowers. An emergency exit. I guess that makes sense if you're fighting the legions of darkness.
I think it'll be quicker to go back the way I came. The castle looks huge from here. They've got more rooms left to restore than I thought. The castle looks...
Okay. So nothing obvious here. Well, we have the key at least, so we can try and get into the library.
I don't want to go back into Gedda's bedroom.
That's right.
It's locked.
Right, so we are inside the library. It's here. No, this is just the desk.
I suppose in the next Blake Backlash book, good old Fujitsu will be replaced by Hildegard.
Hard at work, Knight?
Seemed unreasonably harsh.
I'm not quite ready to write the big hero yet.
Ah, we have telephone.
Who should I call?
Let's see if you can talk to your historian buddy.
I don't need to call Professor Barkley right now.
Okay. So
Biographies. Looks like they're mostly about Germans. Biographies. Looks like they're
Books on the occult. Here we go. Vampires, witchcraft, ghosts, Asian spirits. Lycanthropes.
Dun dun dun. Werewolves.
How did you get in here?
How did she get in here?
Oh, hi.
She would have had to go through your
How
room
did you
to get
unlock
there.
the door?
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, I see.
All right. Look, let's just drop all the pretense, okay? Obviously, I found the passageway. I know what's been going on in this little Alpinian love nest, and really, I couldn't care less. If you want to screw around with your employer, that's none of my business. But what I won't put up with is assisting the Schottenjäger crap. I gave up school to work on this stuff because I thought it was important. I'm doing the research that Gabriel wanted, and so help me, I'm gonna be doing more than just research this time around. And I'm not gonna sit around and wait for him to call and give me permission. And if you don't like it, it's just too damn bad!
Okay, fine. You do the damn research.
Dun dun dun.
Damn it.
Oh, so painful. Oy.
There's nothing else on werewolves in the occult section.
I want to see if there's a nice history book on the town. It's all very nice and moody, but
The Journal of Victor Ritter.
okay.
I'm not sure what other case books would be relevant.
Okay, let's have a look at what we've got here.
Numerous deaths at the hands of a marauding wolf being recorded in a neighboring county, I set out to see if I could determine the cause. There had been rumors of a werewolf, and the dark signs did indeed seem to be present. The deaths had all occurred within a 40-kilometer range of woods, and at the heart was the village of Alfing. My assistant and I set a trap a short distance from the village. Though the beast had shown a propensity for human flesh, livestock had also been taken. It was a newling lamb we loosed in the thicket as a lure. We awaited downwind. For 2 nights the lamb bleated to no purpose, and once we had to fend off a hungry fox. But at last the beast himself took the bait. I might have missed him. The night was so dark, and the wolf himself was black. But my assistant saw the light of his eyes, and I heard the lamb's cries turn fearful. He had the poor dumb lamb by the throat when we sprang.
Exciting.
He was swift and might have escaped, but his fatal mistake was to attack rather than run. My dagger struck through his chest and into his right lung. As I had agreed, we bound the wolf and tied shut its jaws. We brought it home to Rittersburg, still breathing, and turned it over to the magistrate. I pray for the man's unfortunate soul. May the law be swift and merciful. God be praised for aiding his servant. From his hand came the strength and wisdom to end the killing. Victor Ritter, Schottenjäger, 20 April 1750.
Okay, so we got a date. Let's look at this book.
Chapter 3. Lycanthropy, the Ways of the Wolf.
Oof.
There are 2 categories of werewolf cases: false or lycanthropic disorder cases and genuine werewolf cases. Lycanthropic disorder. Lycanthropic disorder is a mental condition in which the subject, called a lycanthrope, believes that he or she is a werewolf. The subject does not actually change shape, but is nevertheless capable of being as dangerous as an actual werewolf. Most cases of supposed werewolfery are really the work of lycanthropic disorder victims, man to beast. In real werewolves, a physical change to wolf form does occur. The change can be voluntary, at will, or can be forced by certain cycles of the moon and certain sounds, such as howling.
Okay. Werewolves and immortality?
Werewolves and immortality. Werewolves are immune from aging and from most physical diseases due to the constant regeneration of their physical tissue. They can therefore be virtually immortal. However, they can be killed by any wound that destroys the heart or the brain, or any form of death that causes brain or heart damage, such as hanging or other oxygen deprivation methods. The mind of a werewolf. Though primarily a true wolf while in wolf form, there is some proof that the werewolf retains enough knowledge to assist his killing. Recognition of victims, evasion of traps, and human cunning have all been seen on werewolf cases. Becoming a werewolf. There are several ways to become a werewolf. They include being given the power of shape-shifting through sorcery, being cursed by someone whom you have wronged in some way, called the Lyconia curse, being bitten by a werewolf, and being born to a werewolf. In each case, the blood of the subject becomes tainted or cursed. Damnation. A person who becomes a werewolf against his will, birth, curse, or bite, is not completely damned until he tastes of human blood. Once he does, his soul is eternally damned and nothing may redeem him. Even without tasting of human blood, however, as long as the taint lays upon the immortal soul, it cannot enter into heaven and will remain chained to the mortal plane upon death.
Yeah, chained to the mortal plane, so ghost. Fine.
Werewolf packs. Like real wolves, werewolves can live alone for many years, yet the instinct for a pack often leads them away from their secretive lifestyles into revealing their nature to a priest or close associate, or converting another to werewolfery for companionship. This is when the otherwise cagey werewolf opens himself to detection. Werewolf packs cause immense destruction. A pack consists of one werewolf who became a werewolf through sorcery, birth, or curse. In other words, his is the original tainted blood. This werewolf is called the alpha werewolf. The remaining werewolves in the pack are called beta werewolves because they became werewolves through the bite of the alpha and carry the alpha's tainted blood. Alpha and beta werewolves. The relationship between alpha and beta werewolves is a complex one. Once a subject is bitten by a werewolf, his or her life and death are doomed to the werewolf curse. The victim does, however, have some hope. As long as they themselves do not taste of human blood, the curse is reversible. If the alpha werewolf is killed through some action of the beta's curse is broken. It is important to note that whether the beta werewolf was bitten by the alpha werewolf himself or by another beta, it is the alpha who must be destroyed, the source of the original tainted blood. It is also an interesting note that since betas and alphas share the same common blood, an alpha cannot physically harm a beta of his own bloodline by his own hand without inflicting the same injury upon himself. However, if a beta is harmed or killed by another, it does not affect the alpha.
Okay. Symptoms of werewolfery.
Symptoms of werewolfery. When hunting for a werewolf, it is important to remember that your biggest clues will come through your suspects' personalities. Becoming a werewolf is not transparent, no matter how the victim tries to hide it. The tainted subhuman blood greatly alters the subject's own mind and personality, even physical appearance. Therefore, look for symptoms in your human suspects that include increasing violence, increasing aggression, unprovoked rages, insomnia, restlessness, and other bizarre behavior. Unfortunately, over time, these symptoms can be brought under control, so do not rely upon them exclusively.
So, pretty much the same as caffeine addiction.
A good example of this comes from a case reported by the ancient priesthood society Manos del Sol of Brazil. A rash of werewolf killings there was tracked to a high-ranking officer in the army. The society became aware of the man mainly through rumors of his violent behavior and changed personality. The case was successfully resolved with a man's capture.
Manos del Sol, Men of the Sun? I wonder if they're like Schottenjägers, only Brazilian.
Okay.
Biographies. Looks like they're...
There's nothing else.
I'm not sure what other...
There's nothing...
Okay. Look like nothing else. Okay, so what we've got now is a date to get the court records.
I don't have anything to say to her right now.
Oh, the letter. There's still the letter that I need to look at.
March 1864. To King Ludwig II, most gracious ruler of all Bavaria. I beg your forgiveness for my forthrightness in this letter, but I fear terribly for your Majesty's safety, and thus have no time for subtlety. I have heard that the one they call the Black Wolf is close to your Highness. I have been investigating this man for reasons I cannot name at present, and I have learned that he is extremely dangerous and can only have the most dire of motives at heart in anything he pursues. I beg your Highness only this. Please do not see this man alone, nor even with your servants only to guard you. I promise you, all will be made clear very shortly when my investigation is complete. For now, only keep yourself safe. Your most grateful servant, Christian von Ritter, Schloss Ritter, Rittersburg, Bavaria.
Okay. Town Hall.
Hello again. Did you need something else?
Yes.
Remember that werewolf trial I'd asked you about? I have a date now. April 1750.
Excellent. Let me go look. I heard of this case when I was a boy, but I always thought it was just a scary tale. I never thought to look in the archives. It was there, all right. What did you want to know?
Okay.
Why did they bring the wolf to Rittersburg? I know the Schottenjäger lived here, but why didn't he just...
Kill it where he found it? I don't know. Let's see. Ah, yes. They wanted to know what man it was, who it was.
They brought it here so it would change back?
Yes, exactly.
Right.
What happened to the alleged werewolf?
He was interrogated for 2 days. He confessed his guilt. The trial took place on the 3rd day, and he was sentenced to death by quartering and the stake. He was given a final meal. He asked to see a confessor, and this was granted. He died at dawn the following day.
They pulled off his limbs and burned him?
Don't think harshly of us, miss. That was a long time ago.
Oh, so he was a werewolf?
Where was the werewolf kept while it was here?
The dungeon. There's a dungeon in the Rathaus basement. We don't use it anymore, of course. Haven't for many years.
Did it change back?
That's what it says. They put the wolf in a cell, and the next morning they found a man in there. A laborer from out of town identified him as Baron von Raleck from Alfing.
Why did they want to find out who the werewolf was?
I would guess...
That seems like a silly question.
It says here that a group of villagers were sent to the werewolf's hometown once they learned its human identity.
Why? They thought there were more of them there?
In those days, the family of the identified werewolf would be in great danger. Many believed such curses were handed down through the bloodline. Was there anything else?
I suppose not. Unless... Is there any way I could see the dungeon?
It would be my pleasure.
It's unlikely you're going to find clues. It's been 250 odd years. I mean, interesting to see it, but what are you hoping to find, lady?
Everything's been kept the way it was when the dungeon was in use. We show it off to tourists sometimes.
Okay.
Are you all right, miss?
I'm fine. It's just that this place is so claustrophobic.
I tell you what, normally this place is locked to keep out the village children. I'll leave it open. You can come and go as you please.
Would you? Thank you so much.
You are most welcome. Goodbye and good luck.
Bye.
Exciting. Okay, so what have we got here? Tiny window?
He asked to see a confessor.
Ah. So we'll see if there's any information in the church. Tiny cot. Seriously, are you looking for clues from a 250-year-old?
Von Rollick slept here.
Do you think? Okay, doesn't seem to be much else there. Let's go to the church and see if they have any records of his confession. Guten Abend.
Hallo.
Guten Tag.
Haben Sie hat der Kirche Papiere von 1750?
Wie bitte?
Papiere, Geschichte von 1750. How do you say that? Sprechen Sie Englisch?
Nein, leider ich spreche nicht Englisch.
All right. Danke.
Bitte schön.
It's no use. He doesn't speak English, and I can't communicate well enough in German. Saint Georg, patron saint of the Schattenjägers.
Palestinian, apparently. If you believe such things. Look.
These coffins are really old, and they're all Schattenjägers. These coffins.
Yeah.
These coffins.
Yeah.
It's a silver heart. Someone must have left it as a mourning gift. Wolfgang Ritter, 10 May 1923 to 25 June 1993. It's a silk. Martin Ritter, 1190 to 1253.
These coffins are really...
Well, we found out about a silver heart. We need to talk to the church dude, but we need a translator. Ideally we need to be working with Gerda, but...
I don't have anything to say to her right now.
Let's see if I can go write a letter with the details on it for Gabriel, but I think I need to get the information out of the church first.
I'm not quite ready to write the big hero yet.
Nope. Don't know if there's anything else here I can do.
That hole is a trigger for...
Nice closet.
Oh, come on, really? Did I just close the damn secret passage?
That hole is...
Yes, I know.
How convenient. An emergency exit.
The castle looks huge.
So nothing else here. Maybe
Grace,
I can speak to Herr Uber.
Nice view of the Alps. I don't have anything to say.
No car keys yet. Oh.
Herr Huber?
Yes?
Do you know anything about King Ludwig II?
Of course. Everybody knows about Ludwig. He was the last true king Bavaria had. Why do you think I hang his portrait? Eh? Or that article on the wall? Eh? Do you know what that is? That is from the Munich newspaper the day after the king died. My great-grandfather saved it. It has been handed down to every first son. That is what Bavarians think of Ludwig.
Exciting.
What was Ludwig like? Why is he so revered?
Oh, he was a genius. He had a great mind, you know. He built castles, is what he did, and kept on building them until they killed him.
Who killed him?
Them, those politicians. They said he was crazy. Got a doctor to sign some papers. They arrested him.
Then what happened?
What do you think? They killed him. Oh, they said it was suicide. But me, I don't believe that. It was murder.
Dun dun dun.
Thanks.
Bitte.
Okay, so now we have more information about Ludwig. We have examine the notebook.
My notebook. My notebook.
Okay.
My notebook.
It's useless. Thank you. Don't know if this guy will have any more information, but we can poke him and see what he says.
Hello again. Did you need something else?
Ah.
I had a thought while I was in the dungeon.
Yes?
You mentioned that Baron von Raulich was allowed to give a last confession. I suppose the priest was from St. George's?
I suppose it was.
Would there be a record of the last confession? It might tell us more about the Baron's life.
Good idea, young lady. Those records are in German, though, and Father Getz doesn't speak English. Do you think this would really help your Schattenjäger?
I'm not sure. It couldn't hurt.
All right. I'll write you a note. You give it to Father Getz, and he'll see if they have a record of the confession. If they do, you bring it back here to me, and I'll help you translate it, okay?
That would be wonderful. Thank you so much.
Certainly.
Wonderful.
You got my curiosity up too, you know.
Entschuldigen Sie bitte.
Ja.
Das hier ist von Herrn Habermas.
Ein Moment, bitte.
I love the idea there's like 20 seconds to go and find a
Dankeschön.
250-year-old reference. Hey, hello. Okay. So now we have the church records. Let's go knock on the imaginary wall.
Hello again. Did you need something else?
Yeah, I got the church records.
I have the church file.
Excellent. Let me see it. What's this? This is in English. It's from a lawyer in Buenos Aires. It's addressed to St. Georg's Church. The date is 1764.
What's it say?
It's a request for information about the death of Baron Klaus von Raulich. It says it's for the family. I assume someone answered it. Curious?
What?
The seal on the envelope.
A wolf?
Okay. The last confession. The Raleigh family took the symbol of a black wolf to represent their great skill at the hunt. Let me see. Klaus von Raleigh says that he lived up to the family symbol too well. His friends nicknamed him the Black Wolf, but he confessed it was more because he was prideful and treated his villagers and women very badly. He was much feared. The Baron confesses that a life of sin brought the werewolf curse upon him. Listen to this. A gypsy camp, Hungarians, came to Alfing one day. He wanted one of their young women. He had her brought to his castle by force, and there he...
Raped her?
Raped her, yes. He intended to release her, but before he did, the girl killed herself. The next day, an old gypsy woman from the camp cursed him, saying that he was to become the shape that his name and his crimes showed his heart to be.
I see.
Soon afterwards, her curse came about. Klaus von Raleigh began to change, to run at night as wolf, to kill and eat human flesh. He begs forgiveness from God and from his wife and son. He says he welcomes his punishment, if only it will pay for his sins and save his family from further pain. That is all that is written.
Intriguing.
Wow. Thank you.
I'll return this to Father Getz for you.
Thank you.
Good luck to you, young lady. And to your Schattenjäger.
Okay. So now we know about the Baron. I doubt there'll be anything else in here, but let's have a look around. Nothing. Speak to Herr Huber while we're here, but
I don't have anything to say to Herr Huber.
Okay, let's see if I can go write a letter for Gabriel. Do I know where to send it?
I don't have anything to say to her right now.
You could apologize for being a bitch.
I can just imagine the cozy nights spent by the fire in this room.
I wonder if there's anything in the biographies. Like, in theory, yes.
Looks like biographies here. I wonder if there's anything on... Yes, Ludwig. König von Bayern, König Ludwig, sein Leben und sein Sieg, die letzten Tage des König Ludwig II.
German. That's not much help.
Looks like biographies here.
There's nothing else.
I wonder if Christian Ritter's journal is here. Christian Ritter, born 10 January 1820, ordained a Schottenjäger, died 4 March 1864. The 4th of March. That's the date on the letter.
Dun dun dun.
3 January 1864. I am now in Prussia. The beast that brought me here has so far bested me. He is secretive and skillful. He has much self-control, unlike what I'd been led to expect. He seems to know almost before I do where and when I will be stalking him. He turns up his nose at my lures. 3 more disappearances have occurred, and I'm no closer to learning his identity nor finding his lair. I can't even prove he took them. Not a single corpse has been found.
Exciting.
March 3rd, 1864. I have had a break at last. The key was in front of me all the time. The Black Wolf, he so daringly calls himself, for all to hear and none to truly see. It is worse than I could ever have suspected. He is not just a beast, but a monster. His jaws are already around some of the best throats in Europe. I return to Rittersburg tonight. I must warn those in danger and get someone to assist me. I am in over my head.
Okay. So that's given us a little bit more information. I'm guessing that the goal here is to write.
I'm not quite ready to write. It wasn't worth picking up the first. Who should I call?
Do I have? I've got the historian. Aha. Tell me about King Ludwig.
Hello?
Professor Barkley, this is Grace Nakamura. I'm calling from Germany.
Germany? I thought you were in New Orleans.
I was, but anyway, it's rather important or I wouldn't have bothered you. Do you know anything about King Ludwig II of Bavaria?
Well, that's a hell of a thing to ask a man in the middle of the night. Late 1800s, right?
Yes.
This isn't really my field, but I think he was crazy or something.
I wish I knew. Do you know anyone who specializes in German history?
Yeah, I have a friend at the University of Berlin. I'll ring him. What's your number there?
It's 4989-555-7878.
Okay, I'll call you back if I remember this conversation in the morning anyway.
Great. Sorry again. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Right. So we have information coming about Ludwig.
All right, Knight, I've got your research.
Yeah. Writing a letter.
Now, I just need somewhere to send it to.
Let's go make peace with Gerda. Well, if not Goethe, then I doubt old what's his name's going to tell us anything.
I don't have anything to say to her right now.
Not even, please tell me where Gabriel is? I'm sorry I was such a bitch? No?
I don't have anything to say to her.
Okay, so what am I missing? I doubt... this is just gonna be... I don't know where to send it to.
There's no one there.
Grüß Gott.
Grüß Gott.
Womit kann ich Ihnen dienen?
I have to get an address first. My German isn't good enough for
Okay. So how do I get an address? If I'm making friends with Gerda and asking her, but how do I do that?
I don't have anything to say to her right now.
You apologize greatly for...
I don't want to go back into get...
Did I miss something here?
An emergency exit.
No.
How convenient.
No. It's just the way back in. Anything here that I'm not seeing?
I think it'll be quick. The castle looks huge.
Okay, what else can I do? What other places are there to visit?
Looks like biographies here. I wonder if there's anything...
There's nothing else.
I'm not sure what other case... Who should I call?
Let's see, what have I got in here?
Gracie, I know I have a lot to decide. Tell Gran I send my love. Gabriel.
So there's that. Wallet. Notebook. Wasn't there an envelope that this came in? No. Could go back into the church.
Nice view of the...
Keep saying
I thought Gabriel said this place was stripped. Guess Gerda's been busy shopping with the new Ritter fortune. I thought Gabriel...
So aggressive. All the time.
I don't want to disturb her.
Wolfgang Ritter, 10 May 1920. It's a silver heart. So it's a silver.
Okay, so I know there's a silver
It's
heart.
a silver heart. Someone must have left it as a mourning gift.
These coffins are...
Martin
These coffins are really old. And they're all Schottenjägers.
So I've got the research done now. I just need to get the address.
It's no use. He does.
Who will give me the address?
I don't have anything to say.
You do. You can say, please tell me where to send this package.
I have no idea what that says. Looks old. So that's King Ludwig II of Bavaria.
Ludwig II. He looks like he was in his 30s when this one was painted.
Does he?
I don't want to just...
Yeah.
There's no one there.
Grüß Gott.
Grüß Gott.
Womit kann ich Ihnen dienen?
My German isn't good enough.
I don't want to mail that.
Okay. So not terribly helpful. Don't know if I can even talk to this guy again.
I don't have anything to say right now. That's the church in the square.
Claw marks. Claw marks. Claw marks.
So we found claw marks.
Von Rollick slept here.
Apparently. That's just going to be the same thing again. Nothing else. Okay.
Gerda's being a real pig about those car keys. Schloss Ritter, birthplace of Gabriel's genetic code.
That's the way to town.
Gerda's being a real pig.
Okay. Go like that.
I don't have anything to say to her right.
Really?
I found the items that Gabriel wanted. Did he tell you where to send your research?
Yes. His lawyer's office in Munich.
Can I get the address?
Harald Übergrau, Marienplatz 21, München.
Thanks.
What a cow. This is... You're a bad person and I don't like you. Like, even if you do think that she's knocking boots with Gabriel, you know, Gabriel's the dickhead in this situation. Yeesh.
Grüß Gott.
Grüß Gott.
Womit kann ich Ihnen dienen?
Take this from me.
Das Päckchen soll nach München gehen.
7,40 Mark bitte.
Money.
Dankeschön.
Bitte sehr.
That'll give him something to chew on.
Guten Abend.
Good. How are you? Is this the castle of the shot and joggers here?
Yes, but I'm...
How exciting! Come along, Emil. We are so thrilled to be here. Emil said it's the 1990s, for heaven's sake. The shot and joggers are probably long gone. Well, of course they aren't, I said. A family like that doesn't just dry up and blow away.
I think
the
I've met
good
this
Lord's
one.
put his mark on them. Who are you? I was just wondering the same thing, dear. Neither of you girls look like the heroic type, but who am I to judge? God chooses his soldiers, and who am I to put in my 2 cents?
No, we're the Smiths from Merrimack, Pennsylvania. This is my wife, Merle. You can call me Emil.
My husband. If I don't get right to the point, he'll get there for me.
It's nice to meet you both.
Uh-huh. Well, how did you hear about the Schottenjägers?
Oh, we're demonologists. My wife makes it her business to know a lot about a lot of different things. She's a regular, what you call, occultist scholar, aren't you, Mother?
That's right.
Yeah.
I read about you all when I was studying an old witch trial last spring, and I have been dying to get over here ever since.
Well, so nice of you to stop by, but I'm afraid the Schottenjäger isn't here right now. I'll let him know you called, though.
Oh, no. And I was so hoping to talk shop. We fighters of darkness are so rare these days.
Don't I know it? Can't scare one up to save your soul.
It's not your fault, Missy. I told Merle to call before he came.
People just don't take you seriously unless you're standing right there. You know that, Em.
Well, it's rather late, and if you're driving, you might as well, go out right now.
Don't worry about that. We're going to spend the night at the guest house in town.
Stop by tomorrow, won't you, dear? You and I can exchange stories at least.
We'll see.
Well, come on, Merle. These ladies are tired. I think we ought to go.
But, Em.
Come on, Merle. Let's go.
Em.
Good night, ladies.
Good night.
Good night. What's wrong?
It's not your fault. This just happens, ma'am. I'm sorry.
I'll get her some water.
Give me your hand. I see danger. Someone close to you is in danger.
Gabriel?
I see something. Something like a wolf. A black wolf.
Now, don't you worry, miss. My Merle is going to be all right. This just happens sometimes. That's all. It just happens. Come on, Merle. Let's go. Come on.
How very exciting and strange.
What happened?
I don't know.
Chapter 3. Rightio, I think that's a good place to stop. Did just about a whole chapter. I will no doubt do this again next week. Bye bye.